honestly, I really don't know where to begin this video. I think there's only so many weeks in a row. I can, put the camera on, talk to you guys and say what I thought about the game and the things that disappointed me and trying to find the positives, etc., etc. And you come out after a game like this and it's hard to find the positives. And I've always been big on looking for the positives and, not letting it be all doom and gloom, but to come out and dish up what we just dished up is hard to process. So I've just gotten home from the game, straight home. Didn't want to do much else. Smashed down an HSP, and now I'm here. So I already feel shitty about the HSP and the loss as well. It's not a good combo, but yeah, where to begin? I think I got a few messages from some of you guys on the Instagram page, and one message that really stood out to me was that your expectations have for the season and of our club have been lowered. And I think after that game, I have to agree. I think for so long I've been telling myself, no, we're still a really solid side. Like, look, we've gotten close to this team. We're only this far away, and then you come out against the Suns, and again though, but it's frustrating because again we had our chances. We're 2 goals 11 at one stage, and we're missing easy shots on goal, and the delivery. There's no connection inside our forward 50. I think that's one of our biggest issues. Is we go forward, but we don't look for anybody ever. It's just launch it long and hope for the best type thing, which definitely doesn't help. But yeah, like again, we had chances to win the game, or to take the game on anyway and make it more of a contest. I mean, Ivan Soldo, welcome back to the side, mate. But if you're 30 metres out in front of goal, you take that set shot. You don't look for a shorter option somewhere inside because it doesn't work most of the time. If you're worried that you're not going to be able to kick from 30 metres set shot on goal and you're not confident enough to do that, how are you then confident enough to find a little chip kick even closer to goal? Like, that's arguably a harder kick than kicking for goal. I don't usually like to single out players and point fingers and whatnot. And, Soldo's obviously missed a lot of footy, first came back in a while. But mate, come on. You're an AFL footballer. You have to, if you're within 30, 40 metres, take the set shot. It's baffling. And he's not the only one that, we see players all the time do stuff like that. And it baffles me. I mean, look, I'm not good enough to be at that level. There's a reason why I'm not out there myself. But I've got enough of a footy mind to understand that if you're within 34, 35 metres, you take that set shot on goal and take those chances. And look, there was plenty of other things that happened as well that definitely shouldn't have happened. That's just one that's fresh in my mind, the Soldo incident. But there's plenty. If I see Noah Bolter in the forward line again in the last quarter of any match this year, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't understand. He was having a good game in the back line. I don't understand why we continue to move him into the forward line in the last quarter like he's going to be some sort of X factor that that they weren't planning for. Not with our inside 50s, he's not going to be. Especially, I think we've learnt now that no one needs to be a backman. I don't know why we keep trying to push his forward experiment. It didn't work. I don't think it will work, and we don't need it to. Like I know we're missing a tall target with Tom gone and Samson if he's not on and all the rest of it, but just leave him where he is, and we'll make do on the other end of the ground. I think that's what we have to rely on for now. I hate seeing him up there. As soon as you see him up there, I may as well just write the book off. And I'll tell you what, I got home, and the Collingwood Adelaide game was on TV, and I'm watching this, and Adelaide look like they're going to win the game, and you just think, nah, they're playing Collingwood. Collingwood are arguably better of a chance to come back and win this from behind than they are to lose it. And I was like, we'll wait and see. We'll watch what happens. And it does my head in every week watching this club come out and win, for starters, all the close ones, but just make the right decisions, hit targets, go inside 50 with clarity, and they know what they're doing. And that used to be us. And I know, teams aged, players move on, the list, etc., 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 but it's hard to watch that knowing that that's where I expected us to be before tonight's game especially. That's where I expected, maybe not necessarily top of the ladder that high up, but definitely playing better football than we are. So to see this, and yes, I know I want to talk about the injuries because that's a big talking point. And yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If we had some of the players we're missing in the team, it obviously makes a big difference. You bring Lynch, Nank, Graham, those guys back into the team straight away. Yeah, it makes a difference. And if we had Broad, Short, whoever else is missing in the last few games prior to tonight, yeah, it's going to make a difference. There's no denying that. But the mistakes that we're making aren't necessarily. They should be. They shouldn't be player based. They should be. They should not be. I can't even speak. The decisions that we're making shouldn't be made no matter who's on the park. I should be able to run out there and not make those decisions because it's just simple decision-making errors or, missing little chip kicks. Like another one, Tyler Young. Like I think I don't want to put it on the table. He's been great this year. For a guy that's played 6-7 games of AFL footy, I think he's been great. And I love what I've seen from him. He's only going to develop and get better, and I'm excited to watch him grow. But that kick across the face of goal, and Richmond do it all too often, but that kick across the face of goal, I mean, he couldn't have hit Ben King better if he tried. They're just goals that we don't need to give away. When you look at our scoreboard, you see 2 goals, 11, and then to give away such easy goals to the Suns, it's honestly, it's ridiculous, and it's not good enough. And I can't really find any positives out of tonight. Like there was a couple of nice little moments, like Shea Bolton's goal from near the boundary was pretty nice. Samson Ryan's on the run goal was, as much as I think he pulled it out of his arse, that was nice. That was a bit of fun. Like, everyone around us was getting up and about when Samson kicks that. Because I think at that point we still kind of thought, wow, it's just the Suns, like we're a chance. And I've said it before, you don't put any team down and assume that, you're going to get a win over any side. It doesn't matter who it is, but you can expect to beat teams. And I think everybody expected us to beat the Gold Coast Suns tonight. And I think the players expected to, because the way they rolled out, it was ridiculous. That we played better against Melbourne, who are one of the premiership favourites, than we did against the Suns. I don't understand it. Melbourne plays Gold Coast tomorrow, they pump them. But for some reason, we lose. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. It's obviously not a very content-filled video with me just saying, I don't know, half the time. I don't have the stats in front of me to even pick at those, but again, lots of things that weren't working well. I think the biggest one, though, is definitely our overuse of the footy. It kills me watching that every week. The handball chains, and we always go 1 or 2 too many and get caught. We're always in trouble. It happens week in, week out. How we're not saying, all right, let's settle and just, if you think you're going to put someone in trouble, just kick it long. I'd rather turn it over 40 metres down the ground than 2 metres, and it's so much easier for the team to rebound and kick a goal. And we do it every week. So that's definitely one. The connection inside 50 is killing us. It's non-existent. And, you can say what you want about Lynch being out of the team, but it's got nothing to do with Lynch being missing. I think even when he was in the team this year, it was an issue. We weren't finding him and finding the others around him good enough. I mean, the Collingwood game, you watch that. It's just like that last kick of the play. They found still side bottom out there. You watch, other games. Look at what... you could look at any club, really. I'll be honest. You can look at most clubs and see their connection inside 50, and it's arguably going to be better than ours. So, look, in terms of the season, I don't want to talk about that too much. Are we done? I mean, yeah, probably, if I'm being honest. I hope not. I hope we're still a chance, but let's be honest. That's probably wraps now. You lose that one, where to from here? We've got West Coast next week. Geez, if we lose to them, I'll probably quit doing this stuff. I don't know how much I could talk about it. And after that, we've got Geelong and Essendon, 2 flying teams at the moment. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's hard to watch. It's frustrating. I think we should be better. Again, we're this far off being good, but it's not an excuse anymore. I can't keep leaning on, but we're this close. Because that's all good and well, but until you get there or you bridge that gap, you may as well be this far away or even further outside of the camera view there. So, yeah. It's flattening. It's deflating. I've seen plenty of your messages coming through talking about, how terrible it was, how disappointed you all are in a lot more. What's the word for it? In a lot more crude way than the way I said it. I think a lot more F-bombs and, swearing involved than what I just mentioned. But I understand it. I agree with it as well. It's so frustrating. It's hard to wrap your head around sometimes, and it's annoying. You rock up to these games and, there's that little bit of excitement built in. Because especially, for us if you're in Melbourne anyway, like I am, you think we haven't seen we haven't seen us win in Melbourne this year. So a lot of us haven't been there in person to watch us win the one game that we have won. So you think, we should win today. We're feeling good about today. You rock up, you're a bit jittery, you're a bit, you're excited, you're happy, you're ready to go. We get a couple of nice balls in deep to Noah Cumberland. He looks like he's going to be on for a ripper, and you think, oh, yeah, okay. It should be our day today. We look all right. Okay, things are going okay. And, we win. We had a one tonight. We're one game out of the 8 with West Coast next week, which could have potentially put us into the 8 if we win, both of them. So we weren't that far off. But now you lose to the Suns, and it's kind of like, well, where to? Because you can win next week, that's fine. But we're already another game behind that we didn't need to be. So it's catch-up footy, and I don't know if we've got what it takes to do it again. Like we did, I remember it was 2015? I think we won like 9 games in a row to play finals. I don't really see us doing that. Not in the competition we got this year. So anyway, I'll wrap it up. I think the only positive I had from tonight was that it was a little bit chilly. It was a bit chilly. There's a bit of a breeze coming through, but I have my pressure point hoodie to keep me warm. So bit of a sales plug there. If you want to get a hoodie, jump across to the Pressure Point website. There'll be a few there. But that is all for this video. It's there's only so much negativity and downside I can talk about. I'm fresh off the game, like I said. I've just gotten home. I quickly smashed some dinner down, and now I'm here recording. So it's fresh. It wasn't very statistical. I didn't analyze it too much because it's all a bit of a rabble in my brain at the moment. But those are my quick thoughts anyway. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Shoot me a message. And best of luck dealing with it, however you like to deal with it. I think the best way is, I've got a very nice message saying, heads up, we'll look forward to next week. And absolutely, that's what we should be doing. So if you can do that, let's try to do that, because it's the only way we're going to get through this little rough patch we're going through at the moment. And hopefully it's over sooner rather than later, but yet to be seen. So thank you again for watching. Appreciate the support. It does make doing this a lot easier, having so much support from everybody on board. So again, thank you very much. We'll see you for the West Coast preview. But until then, go Tigers.